You could buy the most expensive, hyper-advanced computer chip on the planet, set it on your desk, and plug it in. But without one crucial invisible ingredient, it will never spark to life. It is essentially a very expensive paperweight. That missing ingredient is software. At its core, software is simply a set of invisible instructions. Think of it like a recipe that tells the physical machinery exactly what to do, step by step. Imagine a brand new office building. It has desks, lights, electricity, and running water. That's your computer's hardware. The physical infrastructure is there, ready and waiting, but no actual work is getting done because the building is completely empty. Software provides the people for that building. It's the invisible staff that sits at those desks, flips the light switches, and executes the work you want to accomplish. Learning to see these two separate pieces, the physical machine you can touch and the invisible instructions you can't, is how you begin to understand what is actually happening every time you turn on a screen. Software falls into two major categories. First, system software operates entirely in the background. It keeps the machine alive, manages power, and readies the hardware. Second is application software. These are the programs you interact with daily, like your web browser or video game. The difference comes down to who the software serves. You use applications for your personal tasks, but system software does tasks for the computer itself. Every functional device, from your phone to a massive corporate server, relies entirely on this separation. You have the tools you want to use, and you have the foundation that keeps the machine running so you can use them. To see how these two sides talk to each other, let's go back to our office building and examine how a digital corporation is structured. The hardware, as we know, is the concrete walls and the electricity. It provides the physical environment for work to happen. Your application software makes up the individual workers you've hired, and they are highly specialized. One worker only knows how to type text documents, while another only knows how to render 3D video. But if you just shove 100 highly specialized workers into a building with no leadership, nobody knows what to do. They fight over the best desks, argue over the office printer, and trip over power cords. To prevent your applications from crashing into each other, the computer requires a central authority figure to keep the peace. That central manager is what we call the operating system, or OS. The OS has three jobs. First, it distributes resources, allocating disk space and speed so apps don't freeze. Second, it manages the starting and shutting down of programs. Third, it translates app requests into physical electrical actions for the hard drive. You likely know these managers by name. The most common operating systems you interact with daily are Windows, Linux, and macOS. They might have completely different visual designs, menus, and colors, but underneath the paint, these three operating systems are all performing the exact same managerial duties. The OS acts as the vital connector. Without this manager, you cannot instruct your applications, and your applications cannot instruct the hardware. Here is the complete picture from bottom to top. The physical hardware provides the raw power. The operating system manages the resources, and the applications serve you, the user. Software is simply the blanket term we use to describe both the managerial operating system and the worker applications. Once you understand how these layers stack together, you stop being a passive user clicking buttons on a screen. You start seeing the machine the way a software engineer does. Understanding exactly how that manager talks to its workers is what allows you to write your own custom applications that run flawlessly. Now that you know the structure of the digital office, you're ready to start writing the instructions. Welcome to Dev Course 101.